Love of the Invisibles. How Ash Found Violet 13. Copyrighted 2015 by Nazeli Zelian. She woke feeling like being in motion, and she was right. Ash carried her out, in his hands, under the soft whispers of Aunt Hermina. "Careful now, my boy. Take this blanket to cover up in the car." Violet opened a half eye to see Melsig's truck parked not far from the house. Ash gently placed her on the back seat and covered her with a blanket. "How much jelly did you feed her?" he teased his aunt. "Poor thing, she must have been exhausted from going down the hill," his aunt said innocently. The car sped up the hill and they were home in 15 minutes. "What happened? Is she all right?" Mel asked, approaching the car. "Just sleeping," Ash said casually. "Good, she needs it," Mel said, looking into his son's eyes. "I know," she added, and Ash understood perfectly that his mother has already sensed that his wife was pregnant. "It is also the sharp air of the mountains," Mel said to his son after they walked, half asleep, Violet up to her bedroom. "Yes, she grew up in hot climate and is not used to the weather change," Ash said. "Soon she will start to lighten up in her colors. That could make her drowsy too, besides her delicate condition. The waste of the excess melanin cells needs to be shed away. I noticed that her new growth of hair is coming out lighter, but she was wearing her contacts today, so I couldn't see her eyes," Mel said. "It is an old habit of hers, but her eyes are getting lighter too," Ash said with delight. "But Mom, do you think we should cancel our trip, since she felt so weak today? And your body will do the rest." "That's all it takes?" Ash asked. "Oh, but don't try it at the Pine," his mother warned. "It takes an attempt or two. What I mean is, you need to practice where there are no invisibles around." "Then Nali would be the private place then," Ash thought, smiling. "Well," his mother responded and went to pick up the chocolate chip cookies from the oven. "How are you doing, my sweet?" Ash asked his wife an hour later when he felt that she is awake and went up the stairs to their bedroom. "Oh, I slept so well," Violet said, stretching. "This bed is so comfortable," she added. "Care for chocolate chip cookies?" He handed her some. "But you can't have too many. They will give you heartburn if you do." "But I have you to fix me if I don't feel well," Violet said playfully. "That is not an excuse to start eating bad," Ash said. "We need to take care of ourselves," he added cautiously. Better not to agitate her with a baby talk, he thought after he put an external block to his thoughts. "That's it then," he thought. "All I have to do is block my body energy like I block my thoughts when we're having sex. Oh, but my body energy becomes a part of the combined energy that both of us make, and that is another matter," he thought. "What are you thinking, touching your brow the way you do?" "I can't figure it out," Violet asked, smiling. "Violet," he said, getting on the bed cover next to her, "I may have figured out how to make an energy shield when you and I are together at night." "Really? How?" Violet asked, munching on cookies. He could sense the excitement in her voice. Oh, sweet Violet! How he longed to take her then and there. Both of us need to control our combined energy and keep it around us instead of letting it spread away, making an energy shield around us, like keeping our thoughts together, he said. "Like you just did minutes ago?" Violet said. "And how did you know that I was deep in thoughts?" Ash asked. "Besides seeing you touch your brows while you think?" "Well, I sense the vibrating energy around you. It has been coming to me gradually, but I think I can sense if they're positive or negative, cold or warm, calm or agitated." "I've heard of no one who can sense all that," he said, surprised. "Do you really?" "Yes, you see, now you're so hesitant that your brain energy waves are moving on one direction and then the other." "You're speculating about something, haven't you?" Violet asked. "Then guess this," he said. Haha, she chuckled. This felt like you were stretching your words, like singing. That's exactly what I was doing in my mind, Ash exclaimed. I was clearly singing. He gave her a small kiss on her temple. But I have blocked that. How could you know? I don't know the mechanics of it. All I know is what I feel. Amazing, he said. Aunt Hermina said to expect new developments every day, but I didn't think it will start so soon. Violet, he said seriously, which made her turn her to face him. Speaking of adventures, I have booked a cruise for us two. Really? Violet smiled. I've never been on a cruise, not counting the recent boat ride, that is. She touched his dark charcoal hair and started to play with it. Where are we going? Alaska, he said. I thought it would be Hawaii or to Mexico, Violet said. I would have not picked Alaska. Because you haven't had much time in cold weather, Ash explained. Your body conserves energy. You don't have to produce a lot of melanin cells. The sun rays are positioned on an angle and they're weaker, so you don't have to do too much photosynthesis. I thought only plants do that, Violet said. Invisibles developed a way to convert the sun's energy to be used for body purposes through photosynthesis. That's why we're called some people by the city people. I thought I have told you this. Oh, I must have forgotten, Violet said. I have absorbed so much information since I met you that I think it will take time to digest all that. That's why it is so important for us to go on vacation, a honeymoon of sorts, to unload. To unload, Violet repeated with a hint of seduction in her voice. And when would that happen? We're flying to Denali in 4 weeks to spend a day or two in the snowy wilderness, ride the dog sleds, if you're up to it, of course. Then we take the train to Anchorage to take the cruise for 7 more days down to Vancouver. I will go anywhere with you, she whispered, coming closer. Just one kiss then, Ash said with caution. I know, I remember the mountain rules, she said, drawing him closer for a sensual kiss. One more, she commanded. He obeyed, unable to resist her mesmerizing charm. 4 weeks later, Mel helped Violet pack for their vacation. It can get as low as 59 degrees Fahrenheit, Mel was saying. This jacket will work well because it has a hoodie. She pointed the inside of the jacket. It is light but nice and warm. Promise me that you will take care of yourself. I promise, Violet said. Besides, Ash fusses around all the time. Don't worry, I won't catch cold. Don't forget to put on the sunblock when you're in the Denali. The snow reflects the sun rays, no matter how weak, and you can burn your delicate skin if you don't protect it. Then Mel handed a wrapped package into her hands. What's this? Violet started to unwrap the gift. Melsick picked it up at the post office along the usual packages we get. Warm pajamas, fluffy. Violet felt the fabric of the pajama top on her cheek as she held it close to her face. She packed the rest of her clothes that Ash bought for her during their trips to the nearby town. He had told Violet not to use any of her bank or credit cards. Refi can trace you that way, he had explained. They were to fly to Anchorage first, and to take the train to Denali to stay overnight in a lodge to observe the wilderness and enjoy the snow. I've scanned the passengers. We are the only invisibles on the plane. Ash sent Violet a message as she was placing her carry-on bag in the baggage compartment above their seat. Well, we cannot do you-know-what in the airplane anyway, Violet sent Ash a message back with a wink. There's a bathroom, Ash answered. Don't be silly, Violet answered. He held her hand and helped her into the seat. Hope you like the window seat, he said and placed a blanket on her lap. It gets cold up here. The food was served, but Violet did not eat much. Nauseous? He asked her. She nodded. Let me fix that for you. He slipped his hand under the blanket and placed it on her stomach. She felt his healing energy pass through. In a couple of minutes, he said in short. And Violet knew that it would work soon. Does this mean that I can have wine? She asked once she felt better. Sure, Ash said. I'll ask the flight attendant to get you some. Until this moment, Violet did not believe or did not want to acknowledge that her pregnancy was a reality, but it was becoming hard to ignore. When they were close to land, Ash told Violet to look for the glaciers stretching many miles, displaying magnificent views. So beautiful, Violet said. It will be even more so once we see them up close, Ash said. How are you feeling now? He asked with a warm smile. Violet answered with a radiant smile of reassurance that she was doing well. In fact, she felt like she had never felt before, free of being judged and free from hiding. She felt extremely happy and in love for the first time. She realized that her previous attractions were just what they were, attractions, and being in love was completely different. Finally, Violet was not alone. There was someone who cared for her, someone who understood her, and she felt loved and protected. Life was finally smiling at her. Somehow Ash understood what she was feeling. He took her hand in his and kissed it passionately without saying a word. Once they arrived, they were transported to the train station that took them to their destination, to Denali National Park and Reserve. Violet felt like she was in another world after spending years in Southern California. The palm trees were replaced by lush pine. There was snow on the mountain peaks and on high elevation, and it was still the end of summer. And Ash has already pointed out several bald eagles flying by and herds of moose roaming about. There is salmon in the water, and beaver, owl, and many species of birds, and the porcupine on the trees are very cute. Will we see some bears? Violet wondered. We might see them with cubs, I think, Ash answered. Violet was excited to explore the wilderness. She liked the lodge they were going to stay for a day. They ate and had tea next to a huge fireplace and sat silently enjoying the crackling sound of the burning firewood. So, are we alone at this lodge? Violet asked. Ash knew what she meant. No invisibles. I scanned when we got here, he said, winking.